Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. I can't wait to play more of this game. I'm in love with Darkest Dungeon 2. I've had a solid night to sleep after like a 10-hour marathon playthrough stream. I'm not going to spoil the last run, although it'll be immediately spoiled here. What did we upgrade at the mountain? Oh right, alternate character portraits. I unlocked something for the Highwayman as a reward for his good performance on the last run, but I don't know what happened to that. And between last run and this run, the game did get an update, lowered the death blow resistance on some enemies. In fact, there's an odd way of phrasing it. Something along the lines of certain enemies can't resist death blow. But so I guess they get one death blow and then you have to finish them off with a follow-up blow. But they already had like 5% health. It's the cultists that we fought like 8 times on the last run. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it made the game harder. It doesn't seem like it changed too much balance-wise, but I think it made the game a little bit easier with reduced death door resistances and slightly more candles. We unlocked all the characters, I believe. Is it the Living City? The Live-In City.
Beaten, broken souls.
Beaten, broken.
Ride with them.
There's our collection. I unlocked some items. We should get those on our next run. Let's embark.
Sanctuary. As
my speakers are on. That's why I could hear you. I don't know why the torchlight starts at 88 in this dark land. Some dialogue? No dialogue. Instead, it's a... Choose your confession.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Which confession you choose determines which final boss you must face. It also changes how long the expedition is, which buffs enemies can get via ordainment, flame effects, and more.
House on the borderlands. Half swallowed by the stain.
Denial, resentment. Is this, grief or guilt? I thought there were 7 stages of grief. Grief stages, no, 5 stages of grief. Are there 5 or 7 stages of grief? It's actually a, one of the first results on the Google results. Also included guilt, an upward turn, and reconstruction. Okay. I guess that's why I was very confused there. I've always heard that there were 7, but I guess there are 5. Also, isn't the second anger? I guess resentment and anger are kind of similar. 7 sins. Maybe that's why there's 7 stages of guilt. We'll go for stage 2 here, resentment. We'll check out the second chapter. If we fail, I'll probably go back to the first chapter. Not because it's necessarily easier, but we're going to be playing with new characters, and also you do need to a small extent, grind out for equipment and unlocks, and I'm not just going to mainline chapter 2, we'll mix it up a bit. And hello, welcome everyone in chat. Hoggy Hog, hello, good evening. Mother of Zerg says, I want to be a Hellion. We can make that work. Our last, you know, I'm just going to let him talk. He's going to talk for a little while.
Your vociferous calls to bring our findings before the faculty were dangerously premature. Given the gaps in our understanding, doing so would risk ridicule, or worse, robbery. I took no pleasure in asserting my seniority, stifling your protestations with a strict mandate of absolute secrecy. You acquiesced, but your plaintive susurrations betrayed a burgeoning resentment. The crossroads. Wait by the lantern's light, and welcome what help may come.
Susurration. A whispering sound. A murmur. There you go. There's your word for the day. Had to look that one up myself. The crossroads. Pixely asks, did we understand who is signing the contract? I think the idea is the underlying theme, at least of Darkest Dungeon 1, and from what I understand of 2, is that we have always been a part of the evil, of the eldritch abomination that actually gestates within the world. Classic eldritch phenomenon. That has permeated the religions through the centuries. It is where we come from and is where we must return. These academics, well, the academic and his friend, who I assume is the ancestor, this is probably where he got his information from, have learned of this. They're researching it, and I think the ancestor probably is the one who, he definitely unlocked the evil in Darkest Dungeon 1. That narrator is the ancestor. So the narrator in Darkest Dungeon 2 is not the ancestor, it's the academic. We don't know who his friend and ally is. I'm imagining it's the ancestor, but it could also be who we are driving the carriage, but they never actually tell us. Whoa, spoilers. Look, if you haven't played Darkest Dungeon 1, it's literally in the introductory cutscene where he's like, I dug too deep and too greedily. On the denial confession, you do not require a trophy to enter the mountain, but for all others, you must collect at least one trophy. Bosses live in layers. You may attack a boss early or later on, but remember, if you reach the gates without a trophy, the expedition will be over. You're still scored, even though your journey is a failure. Very interesting. It's a weird lock criteria, but we'll figure it out. We've unlocked all of the characters. Mother of Zerg says he wants to be a Hellion.
Beneath bloodlust and fury, there is emptiness and shame.
Front rank, high damage, bleed, bloodlust on a Hellion. Skills, Wicked Hack. Front 2 targets front 2, deals 50% more damage when comboed. Upgrade, it just has 2 more damage and 5% better crit. Iron Swan, just like in Darkest Dungeon 1, can let you hit the very back line from the very front line. Also applies a combo. It's quite nice. Barbaric Yop. I gotta look at this one. Let's look at the simple version. Self-winded, minus damage and speed, persists until the end of combat. So we can wind ourselves to remove stealth and give enemies a damage downgrade, but if we upgrade the skill, it gives 2 stacks of a damage downgrade, and also can stun them if they have a combo token. Seems like a very decent upgrade target. If there's 2 high damage enemies in the front position, taking 1 turn of her, even if we get a debuff, to give them 2 50% damage tokens, that's pretty decent. If it bleed, and resistance piercing when comboed, the upgrade for bleeding and blight, basically all the DOTs, is so good because it's a huge upgrade. 2 bleed to 4 bleed, that's 6 damage to 12 damage on the bleed. And then toe to toe. Low damage, moves you forward 1, also gives you a taunt and immobilize. So toe to toe puts you into position and makes the enemies hit you. And the upgrade, there we go. The upgrade removes winded. So you can Barbaric Yop, toe to toe, take a taunt, Wicked Hack. It's interesting that this is a taunt when it also doesn't give her dodge or block, so she's gonna taunt and take a lot of damage in theory. You have any favorite ones so far? If you're talking about characters, dude, the Occultist. I ended up loving the Occultist at the end of Darkest Dungeon 1. He kicked ass in Darkest Dungeon 2. He was incredible with the buffs and debuffs that he was tossing out left, right, and center. That was amazing. Okay, so Hellion, a combo-focused party would be nice for the extra damage bonus, and we would love to have some way of getting her block tokens. Excuse me. But we also have not seen the new character, the Runaway, and Segus Jr. says, if you play Runaway, I would like to do it. I would like to get the character. What is your thing? Front rank, burn, stealth, support. Goal, get a killing blow on 8+ cadavers. Let's look at your abilities. Searing Strike. Target 2 burn or 4 burn when comboed. 3 and 6 burn when comboed on the upgrade. So you do flame damage, the runaway. Firefly, back rank. Target 3 burn, random adjacent monster, extra 3 burn when comboed. Okay, so if you you could burn 2 enemies with this. And then 5 burn on the upgrade. That's a lot of burn damage. And if they're comboed, that's a lot of burn damage. Smoke Screen. Cooldown of 1 applies combo and blind. Applies combo to blind and vulnerability. I really like this ability right now. I can tell this is going to be something I'm going to upgrade if I take this character because it can be used from anywhere. It can hit almost anyone. And applying 2 blindness and a combo is really, really nice. Run and Hide gives you 2 stealth and moves you back. The upgrade also heals you and it has a cooldown. So this is something we can use just for a little bit of healing at the end of combat if we need to. And then Hearthlight. Ignores stealth, removes stealth. Ignores stealth, removes stealth. And ignores blind, and on all allies it removes blind. So it removes all stealth from the enemies, and it removes all blindness from allies. Very interesting. I imagine when we get her other skills, we can figure out how she operates in more advanced party configurations. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, she can pretty much operate anywhere. Even though this says front rank, it's not really a front rank character, it seems like. I mean, any position, front, back. So she's really an any rank character. But her abilities are quite nice. Bonuses for the party and then stealth on herself. I don't know how what I believe in that. We also unlocked the Vestal. Faith is a fire that kindles the penitent heart. Junior. Back rank damaged, well, back rank range damage, a healer and a defensive support. Take a look at her skills. Hand of Light gives herself low damage, but gives herself a damage bonus and also a block token. This buffs the damage. Oh, and also gives a random adjacent hero a buff token. A strength token, I should say. Illumination. Ignores dodge and stealth, removes dodge and stealth. The upgrade cannot gain stealth for 2 rounds. I like the upgrade on the Highwayman's ability, cannot gain dodge, because a lot of the support enemies, especially the cultists, do gain dodge turn after turn. Judgment. What is this symbol? Conviction empowers certain skills. Judgment. Low damage. If you have 2 tokens, it gives you double damage. If you have 3 tokens, it applies burn. Okay. The obvious question, how do you get the tokens? Divine Grace. If target is below 25% health, heal 25%. You can also buff your healing with tokens. Consecration of Fortitude. Target empty shield, target full shield. Grants a block or a dodge token at the start of turn. Grants a super block or a super dodge at the start of turn. For how long? Maybe 3 turns? I mean, getting a free block or a free dodge every turn is kind of nice. I see a little bit of a synergy here between...
A sister of battle.
Yeah, I get it.
But
between
unbowed.
letting the Hellion taunt and then giving her the Consecration of Fortitude, she can get buffs every turn. Grants to the hero in this rank does not stack with other consecrations, so it's one or the other. Oh, I see. And Consecration of Light is the same thing, but for damage. Grant damage or crit. There doesn't seem to be any way of getting the buff tokens, though, so this must be something that we have to unlock later. So really, we're just taking her as a basic heal. Interesting. And there's one other character that we have that we haven't seen yet. The Flagellant. An undying appetite for pain and punishment. He's also dead. Front rank Blight, durable sacrificial support. Punish. It is it's a Blight attack that also is self-damage. Okay. Fester requires target corpse, clears the corpse, and applies Blight to adjacent enemies. A target clearing ability or corpse clearing ability is pretty interesting. Deathless. Take damage, heal an ally. So you're a healer. I imagine you probably heal yourself at some point. Endure. Self-stress up, target stress down. Lash's gift. Requires self HP less than 50%, has a cooldown, heals yourself, gives a target stress? It gives a target stress? Hold on. I don't know if the target is himself or another unit. Probably, I imagine the target is another unit. So you give another unit stress, and then you have to find a way of reducing his own stress. Or maybe you just can't reduce his stress. I don't know. Because I see the synergy between Lash's Gift and Endure. You give someone else stress and then you can purge it later. No more reader, just Leroy Jenkins. It's not how Abe works. I mean, I've never played with these characters before. I do find it kind of interesting to learn a little bit about them before I just jump into a game. So we can put you here, front rank support unit with Blight. Then we have the Hellion, Flagellant. We have nothing that gives combos. I guess we could roll the Bonnie the Runaway. Is this acceptable? We don't really have any combo, but we can give it a shot here. At least learn about these characters. You're not really a front ranking it. You can survive there. Let's do it. We have a Hellion, a Flagellant, a Runaway, and a Vestal. Bonnie, Damien, Junia, Boudica. Finally, quirks. Sluis, I don't know where that is. Hemophiliac, minus 30% bleed resist sucks. Stress versus creatures, Tangle Tactician. Shadowborn, if flame is low, plus damage. Combat start, stealth. You are a stealth unit. Combat start versus Fisherfolk. Oh, I guess we have the Cove at some point. Shroud Scrounger. Let's do it. Support party. I don't know, well, we do decent damage. We don't really hit the back line, but we have burn. Isn't Bonnie the same lady who teaches campfire skills and DD1 asks place Bool? I don't know if that's the case, actually. I don't know. Alright, so Boudica. That'll work. This is just enough. Oops, hold on. Just enough space for that. Bonnie! Seeker's Junior. Junior S. Junia is gonna be our healer. Wart Mauler's gonna be our healer. And then Damien, the Flagellant, who's undead, who's dead to me. Well, clearly that's Mud, but I haven't seen Gladeair in a while. Hello, welcome. How you doing, Gladeair? You're not dead to me, you're alive to me now. And we should, in theory, have a lot of bonuses, because I unlocked a lot of things off after the last run. We got trinkets, and baubles paid for in blood. Debuff resist. Who do we want the debuff resist on? Probably you, because if we resist, you're winded. Is winded a, it's not a debuff. Maybe we'll put it on, maybe we'll just put it on you. We'll see what happens. Put it on you. Your damage is less important. Well, actually, if that's what we're feeling, do it like that. Random ally on turn start. A first in turn order combo. Who's slow? Our healer's pretty slow. There you go. Give everyone dodge, not dodge, but block buffs. Who do we want to have the guard or the extra blocks? Probably the unit who's going to be tanking a little bit. Remove daze and stun, add dodge. You can have the smelling salts. You can have the heal, Elsegus, and then we have clotting powers, bleed resist. Let's put that on Junia, who's not Junia, and our undead flagellant can have the crow's feet. Good way of removing blocks from the enemy. No, dodges. Throw this out there. Maybe they'll dodge it, and if they dodge it, we get value. Sweet. Move on. Look, sometimes it takes a while to start up the runs. You have to create a party and equip them. But in particular, because this is new to me, I am reading.
Return welcomes you.
If you want someone to YOLO into a run,
Arms.
you know, in like 4 episodes, that's what I'm going to be doing every time.
The bulwark of your denial is giving way.
MacLeod, welcome. Just finishing up part 7 of JoJo. I'll update you when I'm finished. Oh lord. All right, so this is Gaunt's. I don't think we need to worry about Barbaric Yop. So we'll probably, I mean, we could, you know what? We do have ways of hitting the backline. We've got an Iron Swan, but we'll just go for the starting attack there. Not incredible. You are blight damage and you hurt yourself. I hate that you hurt yourself, but you do have a heal. Oh, what the heck? The hell's conviction? Oh. Oh, it's not listed in condition. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so what the hell is this? At turn start, you gain a token. And once you get 3 of those, hold on. Once you get 2 of those, you start doing more damage with judgment. And once you get 3 of those, you have a better heal. I wonder if it expends these tokens. Consecration of Fortitude. I wanna see how that works, but I also want to kill this guy.
On to the next.
Empower certain skills. I imagine we ruin this after a while. So why don't you burn a zombie? Blader says it does expend that. Nicoletta says, hey, I called flagellant dibs. Oh crap, I forgot. I didn't see that. Sorry. Next time. Filthy morsel. Paid for it in blood. So that should wipe you. They're just gonna swap places. Yep, they actually are. Endure. Self-stress up, target stress down. I wonder if there's... Like, I'm curious, if we stress ourselves out, will he not become... insane? What is it called? Madness? Will he be madness, or does he have like a positive version of that? Self-damage, target heal. Cooldown, you can do that whenever. Can you heal yourself? No. How do you heal? Oh, Lash's gift, right, I forgot about that. So you can, since you have, okay. So we can purge the corpse, pull them forward. It's kind of a way of hitting the back line, although not quite. It clears 1 corpse, not all of them. Otherwise, he specifically hits the front, or
A calculated generosity.
we can swap the heal because he can heal himself eventually. Interesting. I'm learning. Do you have a forward attack? No, you don't. The best she can do is, if we wanted to, we could stealth her up. There's no reason to, though, so we'll just toss out a fire. I'm getting it. So, oh no, you hit him. He can heal himself. So we actually do have 2 healers on this one, I'm realizing now. So Conviction 2 means this will deal double damage. Or if we wait, we can get a super heal out. There's no reason for that though. Although I will admit, I want to see how this works. Consecration of Fortitude grants block or dodge at the start of turn start. Does not stack. To the hero in this rank. So I'm assuming if we move forward, this will stay in the front slot. Very interesting. But it only happens on her turn start. We are on Super Judgment, so why don't we toss that out? She's actually like a pretty decent damage dealer. It just takes a few turns for her to get there. We did get a block token, so if we wanted to, we could taunt, toe-to-toe taunts. You can't if it bleed from this position. So but you can Iron Swan. We'll probably still swap you and the Ghoul Man though. Ghoul Man. Because right now she can't really do anything. We can have her taunt, I guess. Good burn. You're dead. Interesting. Is this still denial? Asks Play Spool. Nope. We are on Chapter 2. Plus 2 mastery. We had 5 mastery on the last campaign on denial, so we get fewer masteries. Connie was hinting at that the other day. He's like, you're still on 5 mastery tokens. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Villa Trittenmert, welcome. Just watched your last stream. Close ending. Yeah. Yeah.
The fire is lit. The table
Engineer
is
Team
set.
Fortress 2, welcome. Lovely Darkest Dungeon 2, the most fair and balanced game in existence. It's the Torch and the Crown. It's this guy. He's the bartender from Darkest Dungeon 1. Continue. I love the zombie. Oh man, what a day. Ugh. 1 target, -3 stress. Better healing until next in. I actually do like the idea of tossing this out on the Flagellant, because he's gonna need the heals. He also has a lot of health. Why don't we toss that out on him? My own methods usually do the trick. And then I also like this on Zerg. I want a free inventory space here. Round start block until next in. That's a super block. This I might hold on to until late game if we can get there. Or maybe we can do a lair. And this will help out nicely. Let's not worry about it. We have no combat items, no trinkets. We do have stagecoach, hero shrine location scouting. That's pretty nice. We can get more skill unlocks. On entering region, +1 armor, +2 armor max, steel plating. There's a negative to this. The negative is
Your coach must be
when you're
maintained
full
if it is
on
to carry
armor,
where must
you
go.
get block in combat. So our carriage will be better, but we actually do lose the value from this, I think. Unless this is phrased a little bit strangely.
Spend what you can.
We also do get a pet.
For wealth no longer has meaning.
Lots of things that we can
Indeed, it
buy.
ever did.
Plus 20% scouting, pretty good. But I don't really want to spend my money on that. So we'll take the pet. We'll take
This will
the
serve
armor
well.
up. Oh, you know what? We can repair it once.
Bolt it on and be off. The mountain.
So
will
now we'll be
not
at full,
be
and we'll get the
denied.
bonus. I like that. I like that a lot. So it's a small cost, but we still have the value of having 4 tokens now, and we repair.
One learns
2
quickly
mastery
when
tokens. My
survival
lord.
demands it.
Certainly is going to get a lot harder. Since we only have 2 tokens. A better heal is nice. Endure is a stress reliever, but not a good one. Because he doesn't have anything that reduces his own stress. This is a heal, but we have plenty of healing. I don't think we need to upgrade this. Smoke screen. I like the idea of this for the extra blind, but I also like the idea of adding to the burn damage that we're doing. Why don't we take a look at where we're going?
Rain,
The Shroud,
fire, and
the
rock.
Theater,
Is there no
New
sanctuary
locations.
from this madness?
Thick Mud, Movement Resist, probably allies and enemies, Grave Calling minus Deathblow Resist. Goal, clear out the lair. Goal, visit an oasis. Candles or before each location, chance to produce. Probably go for the candles just so that it's a little bit more unlockiness. So why don't we take out the Shroud? This looks like the Cove. I mean, there's fish guts, looks like a dock, looks like tentacles. And if that's the case, they're highly resistant to bleed. If this is still like Darkest Dungeon 1. This kind of looks like the not the Weald, but the other place, the Warrens. But I hope the fire will be decent.
Villages
If not,
sodden with salt and secrets.
barnacled timber of the coast. Yeah, I knew it. What do we want to upgrade? Better heals? Probably unnecessary. I like the idea of upgrading this Consecration of Fortitude. 75% chance of a dodge, 75% chance of a, or 75% reduced damage. The problem is that it is a 3-turn cooldown, but we're waiting for the Judgment and for the Divine Grace to get powered up anyways in combat, right? This seems like a good one to open up with, and we can open up with a taunt. Her taunt is two taunts. Although we do have a lot of heals available. So, I don't know, this is an interesting choice, to be sure. Why don't we go for a... I like Smoke Screen. I also really like Firefly for the more damage. Let's go Firefly. And then let's go with a... I mean, more damage is always good. But I think I like Barbaric Yop, because it gives 2 damage down tokens when you use it once. Engineer says, I want a character. Maybe next time. We have no in items. Let's see what we can buy. Whiskey, it's expensive but good. I think here we probably want Bleed Resist. Bread could be decent. A Glimmer of Hope. It's super cheap and super helpful. We'll buy 2 of those. Smelling Salts, Remove Daze and Stun. Burning Salve, Toxic Ichor, Bandages. Think we want the bandages. We have 58 money and 27 tokens. Can we buy a relic? Plus healing received, minus deathblow resist, plus stun resist, plus crit. Stagecoach item, I already have stagecoach items. Round start taunt until the inn. Pipeweed, minus stress. We can also grab stuff and hold it with us. We don't have to spend it here. We can grab in items for the future. Feral corpses, remove. I think we'll take a lot of them, because stress might be a bit of a problem. And I think we'll grab the whiskey flasks, like a couple of those.
Of the road.
I think we'll grab some bandages. Always useful, and then I think we'll save our cash. Not enough cash. Maybe even grab more whiskey flasks, just to make sure that we have good... relationships with everyone, because they start out normal, right? They start out very normal. So I could save these and then in the future pop them at the next inn. I do like that idea, actually. Does everyone have equipment? You have clotting powers. Why don't you take a glimmer? You have just a heal, which is nice. You can take the laudanum for now. And you remove daze and stun. Why don't you take the bandages for now? All right, I think we're ready to go. Some items that we're not using, but that's fine. Let's rest. Is this good? I don't know. Now, I don't know if you can actually get positive quirks after the first inn. Maybe we should have spent all of our whiskey trying to give someone quirks. I don't know. You like that our current party has bleed, blight, and fire. That's true. Although with our party order, the Hellion can't use her ability. But I could put her back one, and then she can always lunge forward with the taunt anyways.
On the tide.
Your shrine, perfect.
In noxious degradation.
So in position 2, she can bleed. On the 3rd position, and if we toe-to-toe, she can Iron Swan. I'm thinking, like, if it bleeds, Barbaric Yop, toe-to-toe, if we have to hit the back line, we can. But we can hit the 3rd position from everyone, except for the Flagellant. The Flagellant. I still don't quite understand him. 84% Death's Door resist. It's incredible. My lord. In the Tangle. Works. Hold on, let me look at conditions again. Healing received. Travel healing. What? If HP is low plus damage. If HP is low plus damage. You have nothing here, you have nothing here. You have a turn start. You don't. I don't know why that's not a condition, like class condition. It really should be. That's interesting. So this must be her class conditions, yeah. Okay, cool. If I don't look it up now, I'm gonna be very confused later, okay? Dragonblade, welcome, long time no see. How you doing, buddy? We're gonna miss that one. Please hit it. Oh my god, I've missed every single one of them. Alright. Pixely says, I still have to understand if I might like this game. Usually I'm not keen on turn fighting. I love Darkest Dungeon 2, but I love these types of games. If only they knew how precious their gift. I was too young, too loud, too certain. I only felt the pain from the brand the first time. The warmth of the light of belonging. I would very much like the Flagellant to have another skill. Maybe it's a backline damage dealer, maybe it's a stress reliever, I don't know, but let's see what he has.
Flagellant, Chapter 1. Baptism. He was a listless shade of the city, indifferent to his penury. With his skeletal build and bleeding gums, he looked an easy target for a pair of drunks seeking an outlet for their frustrations. The blows rained down, a tooth cracked, and a feverish crimson eclipsed his vision. In pain, there was power. He rose above his panting assailants and, reveling in the marks of their sin, forgave them their trespasses.
I looked it up. Hold on, is he still talking? He's no longer talking. I looked it up. Penury. Destitution. And that's the comic from, pre-Darkest Dungeon 1 when they released the character. He's just, he's homeless. He gets beat on by some drunks. He rises with the blood dripping down from him and says, "You are forgiven." Acid Rain. It is a backline blighting. That's kind of what I wanted. Now we do have things that can hit the back from, like, everybody. What do we get rid of? We could get rid of the clear corpses, even though that is a very handy ability to have. Endure we probably don't need. Because we have no way of reducing stress. If we upgrade this, technically it is -1 stress, but he gets insanely stressed out. So I don't understand this. Maybe we need like trinkets that have a chance of reducing stress or resisting stress. But for now, because this is -2 + 2, I'm just going to have acid rain. I might be missing something, like maybe he has a better chance of not getting afflicted when he hits a 10 stress. That would be my guess. But I like him having a backline hitter. Hitter? More hero shrines? Watchtower lair. We actually could go to the lair, which is hilarious. I don't know if I want to do it, but then we can go up to the oasis later. Let's go to the hero's story again.
Is your coach prepared for the upcoming obstruction? Look ahead. A place to reflect, remember,
Come on, I missed
and
it.
reconcile.
Yeah, in Darkest Dungeon 1, technically, when the flagellant did hit his stress point, he got stronger because he became rapturous, which increased his damage, but also made him act out and hurt himself. So I don't know if he's gonna get buffs when he hits that point or not. But I also don't want him to risk party relationships, but that might be one of his weaknesses, is party relationships. What do we got? We can burn, we can mark, which will make the Hellion do more damage. She does go next, but if we're gonna do that, why not just do a little bit of a fire? In fact, why not flame you? These enemies are oh, you resisted the burn. These enemies are actually not that blight resistant, except for the zombie. And I can't hit you anyways, so try to kill you. You really got to work on your road debris hitting skills. Yes, you're not wrong. Do we want to why are you so stressed out? Consecrate or Judgment? I guess we'll work you down, because this is a stress dealer, and we are very much weak versus stress dealing. It's a good crit. You're gonna live for 1 turn, then you're dead. That's a stress attack. It is horror. I do have laudanum on somebody. Protect the child. It is a guard, but you're dead already. Death resist 0, 0, 25. Oh, I was talking about it. Oh my god, this is our first combat, isn't it? Freaking 40 minutes into the run. There's a lot of warm-up on these, especially on a new game. I apologize. The death's door resist now goes down, or rather, it now shows you that it goes down, because previously if you hit an enemy and they kept resisting, it wouldn't reduce in the UI. Now it does. Minor thing. Worth pointing out, I suppose. If it bleeds, bleeding for 2. Not quite dead, but close. You know what? If you're not quite dead, but close.
The enemy weakens.
Wow, even
and
that is
wins.
self-damage, huh? That's rough. You dead? You have 1 HP. If you have 1 HP, burn ya. I completely forgot to check to see who had the laudanum. That's my bad. But we might as well toss out a Judgment, I guess. It's gonna cost us stacks, but that's fine. He got hit, but he's also fine. You have the laudanum.
There is comfort in
All right.
company.
He's he's actually not that blight resistant. I could heal someone, no real reason to do that. I could clear a corpse, but there's no reason to do that either. We'll just smack him. Engineer says, it's kind of cool how the Flagellant went from a bleed to a blight character. I assume that we'll get that in his story as to why he is a different character. Because it is kind of interesting that he has changed. That's 12 DOT. What I'm actually realizing is that this is a very high DOT build. Every one of our units, except for the, oh right, I forgot that you go down to Death's Door. Every one of our units except for the Vestal has a DOT. Nation, Judgment, Consecration. Your stress is going up, but there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Bright green and inflicts toxic. I'm pretty sure that's Mountain Dew and not Sprite, says Viderick. Untainted sea stars. Baubles. A husk of uncorrupted life, pure precious. And relics. You don't really get much from the road combats, but they're usually pretty easy. I did get it! It exploded. Alright, people are healing passively. There we go. We're getting a few of these now. What's the unit in the front? Taco Sunday? That is the Flagellant. The Flagellant. Let all run red. We don't need to give him another skill. Who would we like to have another skill? Maybe the Hellion? We could try a Hellion. I can't really cheat to see what the name of the next skill is, but let's see what her story is. Screw the new one.
Hellion. Chapter 1. The Eve of Glory. She was young to join the warband, but any who challenged her readiness were met with clenched fists and violent indignation. Having bloodied the last of her detractors, the matter was considered finally settled. On the eve of battle, she joined her clanmates in a raucous celebration, her stein and her spirits overflowing with abundance.
+1 mastery, also bleed out. Ooh, right. Heavy bleed damage on the front line, but makes her winded. Okay. So if we want to put her in the front, we definitely can. Seems a little framey, but maybe it's just my monitor. Do we want her in the front then? Because she would have Iron Swan to hit the back line and bleed out to bleed the front line. The winded we could get rid of with toe-to-toe. Oh, but only if it's upgraded. Otherwise, that debuff sticks around forever. Because we don't have any other way of getting rid of winded right now. So I'm realizing that's going to be a little bit crucial. So maybe we don't take it for now. But I do think I want her in the front. So we'll do a little swap there. Where are we going next? We're going... Do we really want to go to the lair? It's super early. We have like nothing to our name, but it could be very funny. Like, what if we use crow's feet as well? What do you have? You have laudanum? You have a healing salve? You have bandages? You have glimmer? Might want to give you just like thrown objects. Reduces loathing, watchtower, combat, unknown. Screw it, let's go for it. You could just not do the boss, you could just get the combats. I mean, I don't even know what the enemies are like in this biome. I haven't fought any of them yet. I fought some ghouls and zombies.
I trust you have
the horses like
calculated
you,
your
a good
odds
omen.
carefully. This will not be easy.
I know it's not gonna be easy, but... Oh, Lord! We got ambushed. Okay, I am going, since that wasn't combat. Oh, but I really like the idea of getting the light level up. It'll be like 60.
All that matters is the flickering torch you bear.
Keep the healing salve. Maybe we'll get rid of laudanum and put on those crow's feet. And try to, like, just use all of our equipment on this. Isn't the lair, like, really difficult?
Foul
Yes!
winds and foul tidings. No doubt the source is within.
It's very difficult. We'll learn what the enemies are like. This is a,
Search of the change, an inglorious heap of rotting timbers.
this is a astronaut zombie. That is what this is. Wharf rat. Bosun. Fisher folk. Fisher folk, fisher folk, fisher folk. Someone is good against fisher folk. Oh, fisher folk fearing. This one's stress 50% chance. Ew. Okay, maybe that's not that great. Well, we could remove stealth, but that doesn't really do anything else for us on this turn. He's also blinded, so he has a good chance of missing. They're not very burn resistant. We'll start with some burn. We don't really have any combo potential, but that's okay. It's good burn damage. Heave-ho, that's a push. Sucker punch, crit, bleed. Because he has the personal heal, I'm not that worried about the bleed. 4 to 8. This is a kill effectively. Zoophobic. Added barnacles, inflict 1 when moving. Ah, 1 bleed. They are a bleedy party. She can taunt? Yeah, she can toe-to-toe from back there, or if it bleeds from that position. And our fire starter can still work from here. So do we want to heal someone? I think we're okay for now. Why don't we do a... They're actually not that bleed resisty. Let's toss out an acid rain. Get those guys. I wonder how the pyromaniac thing would work on Bonnie. I mean, I guess you would want her to have good application of fire. Target consecration or flame. Get the flame up. 85. We'll use 1 more next turn. Smack. I can't hit you. Smack, Can you hit the back line? Not from your current position. Maybe we'll actually try to kill this zombie in the front then. Bitterick says, fortunately these guys don't have the 5 million damage crits that the Fishman had in Darkest Dungeon 1. Yep. That was very annoying. But they are very, pushy. They love pushing. Lash's gift. Oh, out of position. You can't heal from the front. So we do need to have the Hellion up at the front so that you can heal yourself. Very interesting. So we'll just keep doing damage in that case. Healing salve. I think that's unnecessary. You're taking 4, you're taking 4, you have 7 HP. This can't hit you, unfortunately. But we can still move with our Hellion to hopefully kill you. So why don't we work on one of the front line? We were blinded, but there's nothing else we could really do. You're dead. I'd love to get a heal out. What's your heal? Your heal is if target is below 25% health. A little awkward. If it bleeds, it may in fact bleed, so you should be dead. You have no death's resistance. Use our other hope item. 10% chance of enemies being blighted. Flagellant has 84% death's door resist. That's pretty good. You're stealthed. I can't hit you, unfortunately. I can remove your stealth, but this doesn't do any damage itself. So we might as well go for the attack. It does cost us our stacks, but that's fine. Four damage. You move first. Why don't we just kill you?
The fiend's strength dwindles.
You know, I'm just gonna heal you. I should have done it earlier, but let's just do that. That should be the end of the fight.
Variable, easily resolved.
Now, is this we leave and come back? Yeah, we leave and we have the opportunity. Well, we don't leave, but the enemies don't just immediately respawn. That's creature caverns. Are you gonna play War Tales? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't heard of it or seen it. Let's advance. That didn't go that badly, and we have a lot of heals. Oh, this guy, he's gonna get debuffed. Stress is going to be a problem. Brine spray. Stress, 2 stress, and barnacle. Fishmonger, this guy is cutting up fish. Docker. Low debuff resist, 25% death's door resist. Fishmonger also has 2 attacks per turn. I do think that we want to hit backline again, do the same thing that we did previously. These guys don't really shuffle, at least not as much as they did previously. Now I could blind you. I think we'll just have the Hellion do the taunt though. We'll toss out some DOT on this guy. Relatively decent chance of burning, and if we burn him, hopefully he'll die in a couple of turns. He's taking 7, I mean, he should be dead on his next turn. And he just buffed himself. Oh, he buffed himself pretty severely. You're still dead, which is beautiful. So do we want to taunt? I actually think what we want to do is lower his damage. It looks like he's gonna hit really hard. So I'm gonna yop ya. It's 2 stacks of, oh, he resisted the debuff! We didn't get the stacks of that. I forgot that he could resist it. Okay, well that's annoying. We could Consecration of Fortitude and then taunt. Let's do that. Hullbreaker. I was worried about, well, what happened? It's very stealthy here now. Blindness and vulnerability hit everyone. Interesting. Can't heal, unfortunately. I can heal, I could heal the Hellion on this turn, probably. And the Hellion can taunt forward. I actually kind of like that.
A little help impeccably.
He can heal himself next turn. You should toe-to-toe. She didn't get the... Oh, you got the block token because you were in the front position. Ah, a little bit of a problem there. Your HP is 12. Lash's gift can be used at 50% health. So we can heal. Oh, it's gonna heal for more though. It's gonna heal for 35%. You know what? You're still taunted. I actually think what we do is we just attack. If it hits for 7, you're dead. And then we can actually start burning this frontline unit who does have some resist. He's blinded, we could blind him again, but I think we just wanna burn him. Start applying those DOTs. Hullbreaker. It's a lot of damage. Gone Earthly Mist. I don't know why you de-stressed. Why did you de-stress? I don't know why you de-stressed. You do more damage sometimes. Because you're blinded, I don't think I'm gonna yop. I think I'm just going to hack. Lovely crit. Stress is a make way. Shuffle and stress and the little bit of bleed damage we had. A little annoying. Let's see how this works. Does this give stress? It does. A little bit of stress, a little bit of damage. You are in the front. Not exactly what we want. But you know what? Does give you another block token. I guess you already had... Oh, because you're in the front position, you got the block token already. Hurts you, heals someone else. Realizing it's a little hard to keep this guy alive. How much damage are you taking? 10? You have a death's door, though. There's no reason to move. You might as well attack. Now you've got 3 block tokens. We gotta toss out a heal at some point, though. We can run and hide. Or smoke bomb. Get a smoke bomb. I got an idea. He's dead already. Did you not get stealth? Oh, that's not the stealth move. Run and hide is a stealth move. Gotcha. Also, you did resist the debuff. I hate that you constantly are resisting these. That's also the wrong move. Okay. You've got a good chance of dying on your turn, and we act first. Let's try to maybe get like another heal out of this. Barbaric, yup. I have to toe-to-toe in order to get a heal out of this. Unless I want him to do the Lash's gift again. She can take a little bit of stress, probably. You know what? Let's move. Now we can actually get 2 heals out of this. Can we? 18? She's got to heal him. He's got to heal. Oh, it's on cooldown. Interesting. I guess you can move forward. Condition blocked. Oh, because you're not that low on health. I have completely screwed this up. You know what? Just wipe him.
The unrelenting application of violence.
Okay, next reward, the lashing tides. I don't know. You think we could do it? You think we could? We could give it a shot. We got a lot on the line here, but I think we might be able to give this a shot. We got a lot of combat items. We have heals in our pocket. Let's see what happens. And I mean, at the very least, we're learning what this is. It's a giant head.
They must be made to see that their monstrous god is mortal.
Breath of the Sea. Blind. Immobilize. The Leviathan. Okay. Relatively low resists. Why don't we could combo him, we could blind him. 40% debuff resists. Let's start burning, I guess. Hope for some crits. Resisted. Eyes of the Storm. A little bit of damage. Leviathan's baleful gaze rests upon you. A little scary. Toss out some crow's feet.
Any being, however horrid, can be brought to heel.
Let's actually apply Lash's gift, I think. I would very much like to have some block tokens on the Hellion. You got another block token. Beautiful. Do we want to taunt? I mean, she's already going to get hit, so we could just go for an attack. She's blinded, though. Well, you know what? If we're blinded, let's go for the toe-to-toe. We still get the buffs, and she's still blocking and taunting. You have 1 stack of your buff. You're probably going to heal next turn. Let's toss in a Consecration. I mean, if we can get one on every slot, if this fight goes for a long time, it's pretty decent. Keep rising. Oh, the hand came out. Immobilize. Hand has 24 HP. Oh! She's under the water! We might have to kill the hand.
Cunning. You may outwit them yet.
What the heck? Give me my hand back. Apply those DOTs, quick! On it, hide, smoke screen. We got a lot of... The hand has 2 actions, and we have a lot of DOT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we hit it for 3, it'll release her. Batter. Tidal Surge. It's a lot of damage, and the stress is already maxed. Extra effed. This is the lesson learned. You know, we gotta learn our lesson here. She's back. Took some damage. That's annoying as crap. I mean, I understand though. This is basically the hag. Okay. Heal up. And we're blinded again. Smokescreen actually feels decent here because if it works, it might block that attack coming out. We do need to apply some damage though. We've done 4 damage. We have done 4 damage.
The enemy
Hey, we got some burn. Okay, we got some tokens up there. Barbaric, yup, toe-to-toe, bandages.
Relief
that?
comes rarely in these times.
Start smacking.
Savor it.
Not a lot of damage. Blight resist is 30, so we can certainly blight him. Good. DOTs are going to be worth a lot on this fight. Like the hag, but way more difficult. I hate that you just pull the hand out and immediately grab someone. Maybe we can dodge it though if we're super lucky. Don't pull out my Hellion. I mean, I feel like she's gonna be on death's door when she comes out, unfortunately.
A brilliant
Great crit. Not a lot of burn damage on that one though. Good time for that damage. He can pull her out, I think. Yeah, one attack will do it. She's hurting. The crit on our healer is annoying. At least you do have a dodge now. Or you are dodgeful. Stress is way freaking high. Heal up. Heal up the healer so she can heal others. -2. Should have paid attention to that, maybe. You're blinded for a turn. We're blinded as well, but we gotta try to do some more damage. Oh. Thank you for the block token. Oh, and the consecration wore off, too. I thought it would last for the whole combat, but I guess it doesn't. 50% bonus damage. 6. That store is honestly kind of fine. Although the stress is really cranking up. Finally, we have an opportunity to heal. Not Bone Man. Bone Man. So you're gonna grab someone. We did like no damage. These bosses are We resisted the... It's a move. So if you resist the move, the hand doesn't grab you. Okay. These fights are... They do seem very hard. I don't know how we're gonna deal with these fights. You do need to burn him. Get some DOT out there. Not a lot, but it's something. Good miss. We have stacks, so I could expend the stacks to hit the hand. It will kill it. It's probably gonna make another hand pretty soon. I hate this, the one stress every turn. Toxic. It is a unique thing. This is no common storm. No flesh, no bone, no trifling interference. Apply 2 blight to attackers per hit per toxic token. Lasts until the end of combat. So he does get stronger, in a sense. Lower death door resistance, unfortunately, but as he hits, he'll get toxicified. I gotta acknowledge, I actually kind of like the blindness application. I mean, this seems like a good time to have a highwayman, but it seems like it's always a good time to have the highwayman. The highwayman is great. Resisted the burn. Seems like you always want to have a highwayman. They're fantastic. Resisted the blight. God damn it. Plus 25% damage. And also vulnerable too. It sucks. Okay, he's half dead. You know what? Seems like a good time to put out one of those. Oh, and he's going down. He resisted the move. Beautiful. We gotta put the burn on the boss. We'll kill the hand with physical damage. There we go. 2 stacks. Do we toss out a heal or judgment? Like her rummaging through her book. I feel like we go for the heal because it has a cooldown. And if we heal him, he can heal someone else. Hold forward. Death's Door. That's why this is going to be a little stressful. Put a toe if it bleeds barbaric. Yup, we can hack. 6 to 12, 50% bonus damage. Unfortunately, we kind of have to do this. Should really be focusing even more on my combat items, but I have not been paying attention. Everyone's so low. So we're gonna see if he comes out immediately. Dodge token, I love it. 2 blight. If I hit you, you're dead, and you have 2 attacks. So you're probably going to be on death's door, and we're going to get attacked, and you have a lower death blow resistance, and here's the AoE. He resisted. Good lord. Now, unfortunately, Divine Grace is on cooldown. So now we go for the hits, I guess. We're getting so close. That's just stress. Although 2 people are going to have resolves. Meltdown. I think we're gonna get meltdowns on everybody. Rot claim me. Resolute on the Hellion. Don't. Death's Door times 2 with a blight. Don't do it. Resist. No, yeah. Like usual, I think we're gonna kill this boss and then we're going to have to leave. Because one of our units dies. It's happened like every time. Well. He can't kill himself on that. No. Are you on death's door? You are. He can't kill himself on that. Resisted the move. 11 damage. 4. High burn. Death blow. Okay, we're gonna lose 2 people.
Sacrifice.
But we learned oh so much.
Absolution.
You know what? He has death blow resist, so he might live for a few turns. But like usual, we can kill these bosses, but not without someone dying. Yeah, bone man. Call of the demon. I mean, in theory.
Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
Bicord says, every time I do this boss, I always lose one hero at the end. Like, I don't think I've died. Well, sorry. I don't think I've lost on these boss fights. I think we've killed them every single time, but maybe I died to the librarian, because the AoE is nonsense. But we kill them, we just can't continue on, unfortunately, which is highly unfortunate. But so, they're a lot of fun, they're incredibly tough. And I'm starting to believe that what we really should do, we'll just restart, is we should wait until hopefully the second region, because if we're in the second region, we can get relationship buffs. And if we have relationship buffs, then we're more likely to survive those encounters, and maybe we even have some like better trinkets to go along for the combat. Because just doing it, I've only ever done a layer as a first region thing, and we're just not quite strong enough to survive it. Maybe even some upgrades on the Altar of Hope here would help. Things like better skills, better Death's Door resistances, and applications of damage would be nice. So I'm just gonna do a quick little restart. We're gonna grab some items and just jump into it again. Healing received from skills per positive token. Seems great. That was very good for the first time. Well, thank you. Turn end. Convert block to super block. Let's get one more of those. Apply on hit if flammable item equipped 1 flame. If flammable item equipped fire resist, gain on miss 2 burn. Tinderbox. If flammable item is equipped. Okay, interesting. I mean, it feels like it would work on the fire character, but actually it's better for like the flagellant because he can hit 2 positions. Before each location, chance to produce a trap. Increases stacking by 2 for the traps. And then let's get some in items, maybe 1 combat item. Round start dodge until next in. 5% solo. Round start 5 of each. And on use, a chance of lower stress or higher stress. Okay. Take 1 combat item. Contraption party, shuffle enemy party, add a stun 25% of the time. Okay, cool.
The road calls once more to its dark
dead resurrected. That'd be cool if you could actually 74 light for some reason. That'd be cool if you could actually bring the bones of a party member to an inn and just bring them back. But that was like the second combat of the run. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You know, we're learning. We'll do resentment again as well.
No comfort awaits you here.